Hey, I'm Joe from Anytime Fitness. I do a lot of powerlifting, but right now I'm taking a little break from lifting heavy. A lot of people kind of make the mistake as lifting heavy. That will just destroy the tendons. You could regress in muscle strength if you do that, so it's important to switch between going heavy and going light. Same thing if going light, you can't always just go light and light. You're gonna hurt your tendons that way as well. So the best way to keep seeing progress is to switch back and forth between heavy and light, and it's just better overall for your tendon health, muscle health, all that kind of fun stuff. So I do chest twice a week. I'm doing incline today. Last time I did chest, I did flat. Incline chest press is going to be a little bit better for hypertrophy. It targets the upper pecs a little bit more, and it gets the same development in the middle pec as well. So I'm just going to start warming up. Normally, you would want the bench on like a 3 or a 2. It just depends on you, your body. Whatever you feel more in the chest, you could experiment with that. That's kind of like what you want to do. So for warm up, I'll do 5 reps. Just like that. All right, so for my warm up sets, I'll take like 30 to 60 seconds. I'll do another light set, and then I'll start going a little bit more. For your warm-ups, me personally, I think the best way to warm up is to do the exercise that you're going to do at lightweight. So if you're doing a squat, you can just squat with the bar, nice, slow, and controlled. Got the muscles warmed up, and then go from there. A lot of people kind of just come in and do like 10 minutes, 20 minutes worth of warm-ups, and like it's just better to do the exercise that you're getting ready to do. So second warm-up set, it's good to do maybe like 50-60% of your 1 rep max. That's what I do anyways for a warm-up. All right, so second warm-up, another 5. Whew. All right, so I normally do another warm-up, but I'll just get into it. I'm still going to continue doing like 5 to 6 reps at a little bit heavier weight. For muscle growth, you want to make sure that the muscle is working hard enough where the muscles are actually going to get an effect. So a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, some people, they'll do like 100 reps of bicep curls or 100 reps of tricep extensions. You're not going to get a lot of muscle growth from doing that, and you'll probably hurt yourself too, to be honest. Fast twitch muscle fibers, they don't really take into effect until the slow twitch kind of run out. And the fast twitch muscle fibers, that's what's going to give you the most growth. Generally speaking, if you're curious about muscle growth, if you're a beginner, 10 sets per week is good enough to see muscle growth. If you're an intermediate lifter, like 15 to 30 sets. And then if you want to get into specialization, so let's say that you really want to focus on your chest, and you've been working out for a long time, you're past the intermediate stage, you could do 30 plus sets per muscle group per week. But if you do that, you're going to have to realize you're going to have to sacrifice something for something else. So if you really want to work out your chest, you're probably going to have to sacrifice your back. If you want to work out your arms, biceps and triceps, probably going to have to sacrifice a little bit of your chest and a little bit of your back. But I'm just focusing on chest because I like it. If you are lifting heavy, you want to make sure that you take like a 1 to 2 minute break in between if you're going for like 1 rep maxes and things like that. So that your muscles are completely calmed down. They're not kind of like worn out. And then you can go ahead and do those super heavy sets. Like I said, I'm a power lifter, so for strength, if I was doing powerlifting stuff, I'd be doing flat bench, not incline. And I would do like 2 to 3 reps per set. You definitely don't want to max out every single time. I probably max out maybe once every 6 weeks. If you max out all the time, again, you're going to get injured. Your strength will actually decrease because it takes a lot of energy out of you to do a 1 rep max. That's something that people don't take into account. But yeah, fun facts. Now, I'm going to do a down set. Again, I normally don't do this for hypertrophy training, but just because I'm on camera, I'll do it. For powerlifting, like I said, strength is a neuromuscular stimulus, okay? So that means your bones, tendons, muscles, all that kind of stuff have to get used to lifting the weight. That's what strength is. All right, so you're doing like 2 to 3 reps, then you do a down set of 5 to 8. When you're done doing your heavy reps, 1, the way you feel a lot lighter, so probably do a little bit more. And that's where your actual strength will also come in. So there's a difference between like maximal strength and strength, if that kind of makes sense. All right, cool. So again, if I was doing powerlifting stuff, I do probably like, this is just me, 3 warm-up sets at like 50% of my 1 rep max. 3 heavy sets of about 2 to 3 reps. And then 2 cool down sets at like 60 to 70% of my 1 rep max is kind of what I do. You also have to take into account how you're feeling that day too. So percentages are not always the best way to go. But you want to stick between, on the cool down sets, maybe like 6 to 8 reps, heavy sets like 2 to 3, and warm up sets like 5. And that's a good way to get going with that. Okay, so again, want to do cable flies, but it's taken. So instead, I'll do elevated push-ups with lengthened partials. So back in the day, lengthened partials were misunderstood. A lot of people did use length. For example, if you're doing a cable fly, right? Bam, bam. A lot of people do lengthened partials here to here and just pump it out, okay? New studies came along since the old school bodybuilding days, and they found that muscles grow best when they're stretched under tension. So instead of doing lengthened partials with a full contraction, you'll do lengthened partials with a full stretch, and you do it like that. Okay, a couple of other studies that they did with that. You know, the whole debate of going to failure, not going to failure, 2 reps from failure. What they found, and before I say this, I would not go to failure on compound movements like deadlift, squats, bench press, things like that. I would go to failure on like side delt raises and something like that, something that doesn't really need to use that much energy, like a cable fly. But what they found was that going beyond failure, i.e. doing a full range of motion and then doing lengthened partials, actually give the muscles the best growth. So I'm going to do with these push-ups. If you want muscle growth, definitely do lengthened partials. Do not go to failure on compound movements every single time. You'll hurt yourself. What I recommend, because there's still different studies on about this kind of stuff, I would maybe do 2 sets, like, if I'm doing 4, right? 2 sets to like 2 reps to failure, and the last 2 sets I'll take to failure. Again, side delt raises, cable flies, things that don't really, take a lot of energy. Leg presses, stuff like that you could do that for. Leg extensions, that's a good one. A lot of different stuff that you could do that for. Just ask any one of us and we could guide you in that direction. You have 3 different heads of the tricep. Whenever you're doing bench press, push-ups, anywhere where your arms are like this, you're using the 2 smaller heads, which supports elbow stability. They connect to the elbow. However, the long head of the tricep, which is responsible for a lot of size of the tricep, the only way that you're going to activate that is if your elbows are about in this position where the long head is all the way stretched. So like cable overhead extensions, standing skull crushers, reset skull crushers, things like that. So at the beginning I said you want to do 15 to 30 sets per muscle group per week. A question that you might have is, well, if I'm doing chest, am I not also working out my triceps and shoulders? The answer is yes. You're doing all that. So let's say that you're doing bench, all right? I did 4 sets of bench. That's 4 sets on the chest. That also counts as 2 sets for the tricep. Okay, so those are called partial sets. So you would add all those up to make a effective program. Just did 3 sets of the elevated push-up. We're going to go ahead and go do dumbbell skull crushers. All right, so again, kind of light. We're going to target the long head of the tricep. A couple ways that you could do this. You could bring your arms back, have your elbows face mirror, come down, have that deep stretch, come up and squeeze the triceps at the top. Okay, again, muscle growth is best lengthened under tension. All right, so you want to make sure that you're getting in that full deep stretch in the triceps. Unless if you have big triceps, you have big arms, so everybody wants that. So I'll do about 12 to 15 reps, depending on how I'm feeling. Okay, so just did dumbbell skull crushers. We're gonna do cable overhead extensions. Same concept, still targeting the long head of the tricep because we targeted 2 other heads already, doing the bench press and the push-ups. Another day, I'll do tricep work where those 2 other heads are going to be the focus, but for now, we're going to stick to the long head. So again, get that stretch. And you don't have to do this. You don't have to take the tricep cables and extend them all the way up. One, that's going to take in a lot of energy for you to use. Again, you want to stay in the lengthened position as long as possible to get the most growth. We're doing hypertrophy today, so that's what we want. So, we just finished like 2 long head tricep exercises. We're going to finish with can't think of the name right now. Incline side delt raises, there you go. Whenever you're doing front raises, things like that, or whenever you're doing chest press, push-ups, anything like that, your anterior delt is gonna work. It's the only way to actually get your side delt working is you have to do those specific exercises for the side delt. Okay, so we're working on the front and the side delt. You get a little bit more definition in the shoulder. As you can see, my arms are coming all the way back. Okay, if you do them standing, like here, doing front raises standing, you do not get that stretch. You're getting inclined on the bench. Another set, 12 to 15. We'll do 12. Nah, all right, we can do 15. There we go. Side out. Incline Y raises. Done. We'll do one more exercise for a side delt. We're actually going to go to the machine hammer strength section. That's because sometimes the cables are taken, and then this thing's normally not. So to activate the side delt, you want the arm to come across the body. Okay, so not just here, right? So forgot I'm 5'4". So arm across the body, coming all the way back. And right in this position is where you're gonna get that stretch. So just one more of cables that machine's taken. Show you a different variant that we could do. Just take the dumbbell. All you need is a dumbbell and a wall. You're going to lean on the wall. So again, you get the stretch in the side delt, right? Coming all the way across. Super easy, little setup required. The wall is always available. All right, cool. So that was my workout today. Chest focus. We did chest, triceps, shoulders, front raise. Again, total sets per week is about 15 to 30. This is what you want to do for muscle growth.